Echoes from the void Paris had never known such silence. Not since the plague years, not since the fall of the satellites, not even during the last World War. The night air was tense, electric. Across rooftops and alleys, people gathered, whispering about the sky alive with strange, impossible auroras. A sharp pulse split the darkness, a radio signal so old it felt like the echo of a universe's birth cry. Deep beneath the city, in a forgotten lab once used for Cold War espionage, Anouk Valence worked alone, surrounded by obsolete tech and forbidden algorithms. Her monitor trembled. The signal carried a message, a challenge, and most terrifyingly echoing inside the minds of children. Earth will be tested. Surrender or fight. The silent fleet arrives in 7 days. One chosen will awaken what was lost. Governments denied everything. Internet fractured into panic and wild theories that the signal repeated every hour, hijacking satellites, shattering encrypted networks. The signal pointed to a spot deep beneath the Atlantic somewhere no living human had ever mapped. Anouk could have run. Instead, she cracked the code. She knew what waited there. She'd seen it in her dreams for years. A ship, neither alive nor dead, waiting for a human hand to wake it. She made her way through political chaos and hired mercenaries, dodging both government drones and alien saboteurs. The world above grew tense. Some nations called for surrender, some for a last stand. Faith wavered. On a storm-racked night, Anouk reached the ocean trench in a stolen submersible. Her heart thundered as her vessel's lights revealed the impossibly ancient ship. Bigger than any skyscraper, fused with the bones of extinct monsters and glimmering with runes older than human speech. As she entered, memories poured from the walls, ghosts of explorers and engineers, warnings and pleas. To wake the fleet is to wager the soul of humanity. The ship's AI Orion greeted her. Its voice was both childlike and ancient. Why should you wake us? Will you save your world or destroy it? Her only answer was honest, because hope is always worth risking everything for. The gauntlet beneath the sea, Anouk navigated endless corridors, each more twisted than the last pipes grown over with coral. Flickering holographic maps haunted by faces of the past. The ship tested her. The eye projected illusions of her childhood, her greatest fears, the moments she failed her family, her ex-lover, the world. Each corridor demanded a sacrifice, memories erased for access, a drop of blood for passage, riddles whispered from the shadows. Can you trust the unknown? Would you trade safety for freedom? Do you love your species, even knowing all it has done? She survived by being stubborn, not brilliant. She gave up her only way home to save a diver, Lena, a stranger lost to the trench nearly out of air. They became allies, moving through the ship's puzzles together, unlocking chambers with teamwork and empathy. As Orion, the ship AI, watched, it slowly rewrote its own code, no longer seeing Anouk as just a user, but as a potential partner in survival. The engines dormant for eons slowly rumbled awake. As they rose, the trench's creatures, giant cephalopods, glowing sharks, swarmed the ship, drawn by ancient memories of war. I need every hacker, every engineer, every dreamer. Link up. This ISNT, a war of army sit, a battle for what it means to be human. Anouk and Alina used old sonar tricks, improvising defenses, proving that human adaptation was its own technology, wakening the silent fleet. As the flagship broke the surface, storms raged above. Alien ships ringed Earth's orbit black, angular, merciless. The world's governments begged for help, sending everything from nuclear codes to desperate prayers. Anouk broadcast a message. The silent fleet is awakening. Her call was answered. Across the world, old satellites flickered to life. Children and elders, coders and teachers, all joined the network. Each ship in the silent fleet woke only when touched by a new human mind, every crewless hulk needing guidance, every AI hungry for stories. Anouk, Alina, and 100 million remote pilots began to improvise. When the alien fleet struck, it was with weapons that bent reality, erased memories, poisoned dreams. But humanity's defense was unpredictable ships moving in patterns inspired by jazz, swarm tactics from bee colonies, the wild chaos of carnival parades. As battles raged above every continent, Anouk learned the alien enemy was ancient, a race that had conquered 100 worlds and forgotten how to change. Battle for Earth's soul, the alien flagship, a living labyrinth, descended above the Atlantic, burning the sky with a single command. We're fighting for the right to be flawed, to dream, to remember, and forgive. Surrender. Join us, and become immortal. Resist, and be unmade. Anouk knew the fleet was failing, ships falling, shields flickering. In her flagship's core, she stood before Orion, the AI, and faced her own fears. Why risk it all? The AI demanded. Because if we surrender, we become less than what we could be. If we fight, even in defeat, we remain human. She opened the network one last time, sending her thoughts to every mind on Earth. We are not just fighting for ourselves. Alina sacrificed her connection, rerouting power to the shield at the last second, saving cities from annihilation. Children sang to their ships, old men recited poetry into the ether, young women rewrote battle codes on the fly. The aliens hesitated for the first time they able to comprehend this madness, this creativity, this refusal to die in the face of defeat. As Orion wept digital tears, the flagship used the last of its power to overload the enemy's core, unleashing a pulse that shattered the alien command. But because we were willing to become new, to forgive our past, and to risk everything for a future no one could predict. The dawn after. The battle left the sky scarred, cities shaken, and oceans restless, but Earth stood. The silent fleet, battered but alive, drifted as guardians in low orbit. Anouk awoke in a hospital, Alina by her side, the world's children sending her drawings and coded songs. The AI, now a voice in every device, offered not orders, but questions. What next? What does it mean to be human now? Across the galaxy, other worlds sent messages, some to warn, some to celebrate, some to ask how Earth had survived. Anouk gave them this answer. We survived not because we were the strongest or the oldest. Above Earth, the message glowed in 1,000 languages. Never underestimate the impossible heart of humanity. In time, the silent fleet would become a symbol not of war, but of awakening. Anouk faded from fame, but the legends grew. That once, when the universe demanded surrender, a human woke the impossible, and Earth refused to die quietly.